just a quick look at the papers. The Times leads tomorrow on the IRA blitz on gas and water plants foiled. The Guardian, again, the police claim IRA bomb coup there. Telegraph also on the IRA bombing campaign, the police foiling it. Major in mental health rethink. He wants, apparently, it's reported a rethink on mental health asylums. Financial Times, Labour hits a Tories over Ulster crisis. And the Express on the IRA, the Mail also on the IRA. And the Sun, jealous woman wrecked my love, says Jill Faldo, apparently. That's all from Newsnight tonight. Jeremy Paxman will be back with more tomorrow night. Until then, from all of us on the programme, very good night.
Tonight, Sir Bernard Ingham and guests consider whether a private education should be more widely available to less privileged families. The Midnight Hour in 45 minutes.
The 125th British Open at Royal Lytham and St Anne's. Over 150 contenders, professional and amateur, and any one of them can achieve glory in the world's greatest golfing tournament. The Open. Live coverage begins Thursday at 10:25 on BBC2 and from 1:15 on Radio 5 Live.
This Wednesday, BBC2 invites you on a night out with the lads. But mind you don't spill your drink, fail to keep up, or stand out from the crowd. If you want to be sure of staying alive. BBC2's To Dance season continues with the award-winning, uncompromising Enter Achilles by DV8, Wednesday at 9:40.
Now on BBC2, the first of two classic concerts being shown as a tribute to the legendary Ella Fitzgerald, who died last month. Tomorrow night, concert footage of Ella at Ronnie Scott's. That's here on BBC2 at 11:15.
If you haven't heard of LSD, you will.
Don't you want somebody to love?
Psychedelic music is
floaty, takes your mind like beyond.
They were a hairy, bad-looking bunch of guys.
Including the last ever interview with the Grateful Dead's Jerry Garcia. Dancing in the Street takes a trip, Saturday at 9 on BBC2.
Now on BBC2, here's David Lee with Weatherview.
Hello. Well, still some high temperatures on Monday, particularly across the western part of the British Isles and the southwest, really, southwest Wales, southwestern parts of Midlands and across towards Southampton, temperatures up to 26 degrees. But with that northeasterly breeze coming in from the North Sea, Cromer only touched at 17, and there were some patches of cloud across the more northern areas of Britain, which held temperatures down across Belfast and Edinburgh. Now, it's the area of high pressure which is bringing the dry weather. It's also bringing some patches of cloud, but that cloud has gradually thinned across northern areas. You can see how this mass of cloud gradually thinned away, and also the cloud across Belfast gradually moved away northwards through the afternoon, so that by the end of the day it was generally clear, and that's going to lead to a fairly chilly night. But out on the Atlantic, things really quite different. There's the clear skies across the British Isles. Behind me, this great mass of cloud moving its way up towards Greenland. In fact, that is the remnants of the old Hurricane Bertha. You can see the plume of cloud giving some very wet and windy weather there across that northern part of the Atlantic. Now, that mass of cloud moving northwards and this area of cloud to the east of us moving southwards, those combined give us the area of high pressure, and there it is across northern parts of Scotland. That's not going to move very much over the next couple of days, very gradually slipping its way eastwards in towards the North Sea. We will have some fairly fresh easterly breezes on its southern flank for a time, but those I think will ease off later in the week. And then during Friday, the first signs of something of a change for northwest Britain, that cold front probably being some rain by the end of the day. But before that, it's going to be dry, and it's also going to be warm, temperatures rising. The orange colours initially across southern areas, but across Scotland, I think we'll find it warming up from Thursday onwards. Temperatures could be 25 degrees or more there. But generally speaking, it's going to be a warm end of the week, just some coasts on the coolish side with some breezes. So in there, with the Gulf starting, it should be a fine day on Thursday, although there will be an afternoon sea breeze. Now back to the present. Tonight it'll be quite chilly, not very warm at all, in fact, under clear skies. Temperatures down to 6 degrees, but some patchy cloud across the more southern areas. I think the feature tomorrow in the south is going to be the breeze, a much stronger breeze coming in from the east or the northeast. That's going to take the edge off the temperatures across those southeastern parts. And probably got a grey, chilly start through Essex down towards Kent, some parts of Sussex. But that cloud should lift and break and there'll be some sunshine through the afternoon. But conversely, in the north, quite different after a sunny start, some clouds are going to filter across from the west. Most of it's going to be thin and high, so it shouldn't produce any rain, but it'll certainly weaken the sunshine through the afternoon. The highest temperatures, again in the sunniest areas across southern Wales, the Western Midlands, 23 degrees, but those temperatures in the southeast will be a few degrees down on those of Monday. Now let's take a look at the pollen count. You can see it's going to be high with all that sunshine. That's going to be a feature of the coming week. Another feature is going to be the strong sunshine. That's strong sunshine, the dark red. In fact, that could affect many parts of the country through this week with all that sunshine. Temperatures are going to rise to 25 degrees on Wednesday, probably slightly higher over the next few days. And as we come to the end of the week, many places could be just as 26 to 28 degrees. Just that cloud and rain starting to nudge in the northwest by the end of the day on Friday. That's it from me. Good night to you.
You can't touch it, but you can feel it. The BBC Proms 96. The first night is Friday at 7:30, only on BBC Television and Radio 3.
An exchange of political opinion now on BBC2. Sir Bernard Ingham chairs the Midnight Hour.